Hello YouTube, Moosetro here, diving into episode 4 of this playthrough. I can't make these until I've got the sulfur. Yeah, that's the way things go. So we're going to come down here and we're going to start thinking about how this chemical area is going to work out. So we'll clear some trees out of the way and start thinking about how to use this block. Okay, after toying around with some spacing, I think probably the best idea is to start at the back of this zone. So I'm going to be putting the lubricant processing we should do this from the map. Yeah, so lubricant processing, then heavy to light, and then light to petrol, and then we'll stick the petrol into our sulfur. So our sulfur is probably closer to that location. When I look, I'll probably, of course, rework this because it's going to be coming out of all that oil processing. So it's going to feed this in a different way. But I am lacking water, and so what I've done is I've run some water over to this as well. And I think this might actually wind up being the water line that I use. I, of course, will switch to undergrounds when I've got it completely worked out, which means this main water line needs to get a pump feeding it from the lake. And this spot right here does shoot straight over to the lake, and so it's not a bad location to do that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take water over and stick it in our water reservoir. And again, this spacing will probably get reworked. Oh wow, that lines up beautifully. That's so nice. We'll put another one in there just for good measure, like I said. We'll probably maybe want to pump, but hopefully this water gets all the way over there. Dun dun dun. Water down, water into the tank. Holy moly, that fills up so quick. Water goes there. Water comes down the line. And water gets all the way there. That's awesome. So we're going to run some temporary electricity down here just to get... And we have sulfur. Yes! I think by leaving a little 3x3 gap in here, there'll be room to put a beacon later on, should I choose to do that. Okay, while that blue science works on getting handcrafted, let's get a couple more things researched. We'll put the quality module on so I can now start trying to get some of the upgraded solar panels. And better armor is never a bad thing. And forget what does the dynamite? Ooh, it gets us the tank. That's nice. Yeah, let's put that in there and speed up our weapons. Okay, that'll go. And while that cooks, I'm going to work on kind of upgrading our furnaces. Finally depleted this tiny patch of iron ore, so we can get rid of that. And I just realized that something I could do is I can make an assembler and drop ingredients on it, so that I am double building the blue science until I get the science array up. So let's drop a blue science assembler, just right there. Why not? You'll make blue science which means you're also going to need something that makes red circuits. Oh man. Pump you full of that, which means you're going to need copper wire. We'll pump you full of that. Okay. And fill you with green. And then you're getting the red. I think we can go grab these and put them in there. Where'd you go, engines? There you are. Yeah, silver. And this is temporary, so. Okay. We got that going. Maybe we'll play connect the dots on this. I decided that I only need one line of plastic. And we'll do that for now. If in the future I need a second line, I can create a second line. This plastic is going to go down to feed red circuits. Okay, I don't think I need this many lanes for the bus. Let's see, we'll have sulfur, and we'll have red circuits, and we'll have blue circuits, probably robot frames, irons and coppers, but we'll make this first line our sulfur. I don't think we need to go up on the bus, only down. I've never liked when you have a thing get split and go two different directions. I feel like there's a better way around it, but sometimes you gotta do that. However, I don't think sulfur is one that needs to go both ways. Red circuits may need to go both ways, or blue circuits. I've designated a corridor right here for the things needed to make the rocket to go up this. So blue circuits go up this way, low density structures go up this way, and rocket fuel heads up. So those are some things that'll happen there. I think southbound we can just keep all things, which leaves a rather large open space pretty much to build anything in this area here. I don't know if I will build anything, but this means that the next task probably is to start thinking about how exactly these oil things are going to get processed. Okay, let's start to think about that. All right, we have our 75 blue science packs, chemical science packs, so we can go over here and drop those in and get the advanced oil processing underway. Let's put that on our list and move that to the front, and then I think there we go. Advanced oil processing underway. Okay. Advanced oil processing underway. 98%. So this thing does something like that. Switch you up to advanced oil processing. And we're now producing the stuff that we're going to need to siphon down here to filter. So I'm gonna brainstorm my way through this just a little bit, toying around, and we will be right back. I think what I kind of laid out here is that the lubricant would be done here, put into a storage container, and then kind of a gate would serve. If we have enough lubricant, then we'll pump the heavy oil into heavy to light processing. And then that heavy to light processing would then feed light to a storage tank. And then if the light reached a certain level, then we could do light to petrol. And that's what I'm thinking about for the design here. I dropped down a few buildings, and now I need to play connectoroo with, I think this is going to be my heavy comes through this way. And I think, oops, let's do that. I think we can connect those, so both of those are getting heavy. There we go. So heavy comes down, dun dun dun, and it'll go into this. I think I should bring some electrical down so that we're getting the energy here. And then we can do the heavy to light. I like to use the wooden electric posts for sort of to demarcate the temporary electrical powers. There we go. Okay, so this is doing the trick. This guy will feed into storage when we actually get lubricant researched. Which actually, we need to make 50 blue science for. We should make sure that that's happening so that we can get that underway. Okay, we have some of that blue science cooking. Oh, let's see. This is lubricant going down. I don't know. We're going to want to do for heavy to light. I think we're going to do 5 of these. And I think I want the space between them. I'm pretty sure that I was going to be doing them with the space between them. I need to flip that one. Crap, how did that work? How did I get water there? I think actually like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we can bring the heavy oil in like that, and then we'll duct down, and the water will come in from over here up to that line. Yeah, that works. Get some electricity and light happening over here. And then we're going to need one more, because I think heavy to light was 5 of them. Since that's water on that side, ta-da, it's connected. And then the heavy drops down, comes back up. And we've got our heavy to light. And then, actually, let's tie this off. Just while I think about this, we don't want our fluids mixing. I think we're going to go underground to some spot over here. Likewise, underground to some spot over there. And I'm not certain yet whether or not this is going to serve a purpose, but I do like the idea of getting a little backup reserve of heavy oil, filling that in. Okay. Okay, thinking about this a little bit more, I do have the light oil, and if I bring the light oil over here and down, it kind of gets a little bit wonky. So I need to think through how the light oil is going to get into some storage tanks, which will be located just below my lubricant. It's possible that I could have the light oil coming out of the back end of this array and down, but I'm not certain that that's the way I want to do it. I think I might have forgot about that, so I need to pause this here and think a little bit. Reroute the sulfur to make a little bit of room for my storage tanks. So that's going to be the light oil storage, and that light oil will come down from here and connect. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, so the light oil that exits here gets into the storage. This will need to have some extra light oil, which is coming from up here. And so what I need to do is have a exit strategy for the light oil, which I think that works. Why is there no light oil? Oh, because you didn't. Oh, let's do a little connection. There we go. Light oil can come down. We'll just follow this pattern. And then let's do this. Light connect to the pipes. Think like that. Okay. And then we will also need to connect these pipes from the top half to the bottom half, and then it'll get over here. Okay, how much space do I need? Okay, just a little bit of space. We are going to need to feed the light to petrol, and that'll probably happen right here down the center. A lot in the similar vein as the lubricant. Okay. I actually don't think this is going to be petrol, not light oil. My bad. And I think that works. Your light oil coming in and getting pumped down into there. And you're empty, probably because the balances are off right now, but we're going to get that fixed soon enough. Okay, we've got the gateway for light oil to the petrol. We're going to need to do the water trick again, which would look something like that. And then these guys do that. Nice. I think we've got it. You come in, and then you will go across and feed the next two. Okay, I think if we just copy this 4 by down, it should work out. Oh, I run out of lights just as I get to the end. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Oh man. How many did I make? Did I make enough? 15, 16, 17. Okay. I can do 17. I've got room. And lubricant is up and ready. You're going to make lubricant. And as long as you're getting flow, which you don't seem to be, why not? Well, you will soon. Okay, I think this works. It needs a little bit of polishing because we've got these big long water lines that we don't want to walk through, so we'll have to clean those up. And I think for the proper ratio that I'm chasing, I'm going to want 17 of these. And I've got 15, so we're going to have to fix that real quick. But we might have our chemical processing up and ready. Okay, and we're able to have the petrol come out of those and go down and feed our sulfur, which means this line here, which was a temporary line anyways, can now be removed. We don't need to pipe that all the way down from above. The question is, do I want to have petrol also located in a storage down at that bottom? And I don't think I do. We can clean this up. That's cleaner. Oops. Oh, am I not getting the water? No, okay, we're good. Now I think the problem is simply that these guys don't have enough. Yeah, we'll connect these and see what happens. See if we start getting our lubricant being made. So what I think is going on is because the storage tanks up here are filled with petrol, these guys are not able to really drain their resources at all because we're not using anything. And I'm thinking about, as the stuff flows in this direction, if I get to a spot where I'm crowded down here with petrol, that might resurface. So I might need to connect this petrol line back up to these guys up here. I should finish building out the refineries and see if that solves that problem. Boy, I feel like I've overlooked something. One of the things I like least about the game is this, the difficulty of handling the fluids. It's just a little less apparent, but I'll crack it. I'll get it. Yeah, so I picked up a bunch of plastic, and that's exactly what it was. It's just that we weren't burning enough petrol, so this thing kind of got backed up, which is fine. Which means that if I want to make sure that this thing doesn't plug up, the petrol's going to need to be able to get to my storage tanks. So this petrol array is going to need to probably pipe in and feed into the petrol gas up here so that it can be pumped into. That's what I need to do. Let's do it. Okay, we have the circuit is complete. The oil refineries can come down here and feed the sulfur if need be. but the pump pumps to the storage tank first. I just need to do a couple more oil refineries across the top, and then I need to put some circuit gates on these pumps. So the first circuit gate that I'm going to do is based off of how much lubricant I have stored. Oops. I connected to the wrong thing. Okay, this pump will enable if our lubricant is greater than 5,000. By the way, you can now type 5K rather than 5,000. That's a new feature. So, currently off because we don't have enough lubricant in the chest. So we're good there. Then we also want to look at what sort of light fuel that we have. And we can put that on the same circuit. Okay. We'll carry that down the line. And connect to this one. And you'll enable if light oil exceeds, we'll say 10K. Okay. And of course nothing's working now because we don't have any plastic consumption. We've saturated the belt and we're not making any red circuits. But I think this system should work, and the only way we'll to know is if we get the red circuits up and running. So I think that's next on the agenda. Although I think I want to go ahead and finish rounding out the full 20. So let's get that going. And it's all built out. There's still a few things I'd like to clean up about it. I like this clear walkway between the center, and this pipe blocks it. So there's got to be a way to fix that problem. Actually, I think I have a fix for it right here. We do this, and then we can connect. There we go. And then I think we've got the clear walkway through. Then yellow's good. The light oil. I do think eventually I'll be putting in beacons into these little 3x3 spaces in the center. Maybe. I might put the beacons on the outside. Or both. I don't know. And I'm still a little bit bothered by how the petroleum gas connects back up to the storage tank. So it might be that I don't have that connection in the back, but instead I run the petrol gas back out to the bus, and then, well, then it wouldn't pump into the tank. But this might be the end of the line for the petrol, so it may not be that big of a deal. We'll see if it jams up later on. But for now, that is the chemical science processing. I need to get sulfur, the sulfur gas. In fact, do I already have that researched? There it is. So I need to get iron, sulfur, and water. Okay, that might be suitable in this vicinity here. If I can bring some iron in. The sulfur is going to need to be belted a little more efficiently. But we're now starting to make lubricant, getting our light oil supply up. I think things are looking good. Things are looking good. probably red circuits, and then after red circuits, blue science. Yeah, I think we'll call that there for the episode on chemical processing, and we'll make the next episode about red circuits and blue science. So this is Moosetro thanking you for tuning in. Have a good evening.